People ain't loyal no more. It's time to talk. Jenny, welcome to my podcast Beyond Loyalty. Thank you for accepting my invitation. As I mentioned when you came, you are first female guest, and I'm really looking forward to this because we have known each other for a while, couple of years, I would say. I've been watching your success. You're very inspirational, what you do, how you treat people, and you've got massive network as well.
So hello everybody, it's lovely to be on this podcast today. Really going to enjoy ourselves today.
I'm very interested to know, what was that trigger that you wanted your own business and accounting?
Accounting. And accounting can be fun, by the way, so there's lots of fun involved in this. So my family has got no entrepreneurs in the family. The only person that owned a business was my grandfather on my mother's side, and that's why they originally moved up to Inverness into the Grantown-on-Spey. They bought a local fishing tackle shop, and he also used to gilly, which is teaching out on the river to lots of famous people. He's done Anton Deck, Princess Anne, Princess Diana's mum and dad. Lots of amazing people go hiding in the Highlands really for a break. So he used to teach them some fishing out on the rivers and really loved that. So that was amazing. But I always saw him working, and he was my inspiration really. He was the greatest man of my life. And I always saw him working. So from the age of 11 in Scotland, I got a paper round, and then I got a cleaning job in a holiday park where I was cleaning some caravans and things. From there, I worked at the gun club. So my granddad used to run a small gun club. We used to go clay pigeon shooting, which I loved. So that was amazing. I got to shoot the guns and have such a great time with everyone. So I used to do all the money side for him and look after everybody, make sure they've got a tea and a coffee, and make sure when they come to buy the cartridges, then I would sort that out for them. So I was always involved in something and always working from a young age with a lot of working ethic to make sure I'm there on time, I get ready and I do what I need to do and excel in that area that I wanted to excel in. However, accounting, it was never a dream or a passion, I can say, really, to go into accounting. Actually, what I really wanted to do was to try and find different ways to help more people and to try and find solutions to problems. Accounting felt quite naturally. I became really good with the numbers. And then I started when I was 16. I left home very fast after 2 months after being 16. I worked 3 jobs. I got a small apartment in Bolton and lived on my own for some time. Worked 18 hours a day, most days, and saved enough money so then I could find a house to rent as well. So I moved into a house, and then I found when I was 18 an accountancy job, very basic bookkeeping job, general bookkeeping. So I did that for quite a long time with garages and newsagents throughout the Northwest. I realised then I was really good at this and actually I can make some bigger impact. So I swapped jobs and decided I wanted to study accounting. So I went, funded everything, did night school, went into accounting in this way. My life was still very upside down. I was from no money. There was never any money from my family or anything from growing up. So I had to build everything on my own. I never asked to borrow any money. I was very independent from very young, 10 years old, to making sure that I can make it on my own. When I decided, eventually, I've maybe 6-7 jobs. I've made my career very good. I'd passed all my education, done all my studying. I decided that although the job that I was in at the time was amazing, I was flying around Europe, fixing lots of departments, I was part of a massive group, I had a car, I had the healthcare, I had a very good salary, but something was missing. There was something that wasn't quite right, and it didn't fit really with what I wanted to do in life and the problems that I wanted to fix. So I decided to quit my job. Everyone thought I was crazy. My family thought I was crazy. Everyone thought, what are you doing? I just had a 1-year-old child as well. So everyone thought, you need the money, you need the job, the security, everything. And I said, no, because people say, well, you need to live every day as if it's your last day. And I thought, no, I'm going to live every day as if it's a fresh day, as if it's the first day, and I'm going to enjoy it every single moment. So I quit the job. 7 days later, I opened Aspire, and I worked very hard for 2.5 years, really every day with not much money. And now 6.5 years, 7
Did you
years
need
on.
a lot of money to start?
No, I didn't have any money, and I started at home. I got all the experience qualifications, but mostly I've got to say it's the experience actually. And actually, when you're opening your own business, a lot of the time it's really about the connection, the relationship, the community that you're building. I put myself immediately on day one when I opened Aspire straight into networking groups, straight into looking at my local community and thinking, okay, let's do some research. How many businesses are in this one town? How many businesses in the next town? How many people need this help and support? And I understood that from all the work experience and everything that I'd done in my career so far, what accounting meant to people was how much tax they pay, how good the quality of life is, how many holidays their family can go on. So it's not just the numbers play, it's actually what it means behind this and the opportunities that it opens for them. And I found after doing a few months of this that the research led me to believe that people didn't understand what accountancy can do properly for them to open 1 million doors for them or see things from a different perspective. It's about making sure that the business goals are aligned to the personal goals, and the business should really be a tool to allow you to have the personal freedom of choice of what you want in your personal life to experience all the amazing things that this world has got to offer. So I felt as though my passion has always been about helping people and supporting people and letting them put on a fresh set of lenses every single day to see it from a pink, a red, a blue, a green, a different way of seeing the world, because it's such a beautiful world to see. And some people just put black foggy glasses and can't see the world because they're stuck inside a rotation of the same week or the same month or the same year over again. And actually, when you stop and you look and you take a step back from a different perspective, we've got a beautiful world, and they can see it in a different way and think, okay, if I change some part of this business and alter it, this is going to have a huge impact on my personal life as well. So why don't we do this? But people get stuck in the small things every single day when really step back, take a picture of the big picture.
What do you think is that? Is it because they don't trust their employees that much? Because sometimes that's the thing. Like, you feel like I'm just talking from my own experience. Sometimes I was doing the things and I thought I'm the best at this, and I'm not. There are people, if you don't learn to delegate, you will be stuck in the ways basically, and you will do that job all the time. And that was for me, even in the corporate world. When I was in recruitment, I was a senior contract manager. I had to delegate because I didn't have time to be on the phone and book people to work. I needed someone to do it, because I had higher responsibilities to speak to all these big managers and agree requirements, make sure we can fulfill them and things like this. So yeah, I think that's one of the things. Don't you think that people don't delegate enough? They work in the business all the time, not on the business.
Agreed. Completely agree. So I call this the superhero syndrome.
Okay.
They need to take off the super cape and release some of the power and the energy. And actually, if they've built a great system that they can train and support the employees, and they spend the time completely engaging with that member of staff, completely supporting them, asking every question, answering every question, having an open relationship with that member of staff, and build a very strong system. So screenshot the processes, video the processes, write it down the processes, show them something, ask them then to show you the same thing, so that they...
Like SOP, standard
absolutely,
operation procedures,
absolutely. Yeah. But in a big
literally, if
big
anyone
way.
will come in, they will understand what they need to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So by the time, if you've got a really solid SOP, then you can employ people into this role. They can pick this up quite quickly, but you're there to support them. When you employ staff, I don't believe that there's a hierarchy or that they are there to do all your work for you. I think we are there then to actually support them through their career, through their learning and their experience. And if there's a solid system in place behind this, the system will help the staff massively. We build the system, the staff run the systems, and then we can work on the business and not in the business completely. So I think there's a huge thing with the superhero cape that we've got to realise, actually, there's probably thousands of people that can do this job better than me. So if 100%. I build a great system and then they sprinkle some magic and some love on this system as well and add their own little quirks into this system that actually enhances the system, then the business will flow so much better, so much easier, and every road does not lead to me then as well. You need to remove that completely, because otherwise you're just going to be working in the business forever and be a busy fool.
Yeah, your people have to take responsibility as well for what they do. So where is your business now? You told me some amazing things, like you were able to take some time off and travel with your staff, with people who works with you. That's amazing, because I don't think there is many companies, at least that I've heard, can do that. They can just, switch off for a week. The business is still going, they're still making money, but they're enjoying themselves somewhere in, I don't know, Mediterranean or somewhere.
So every year we set new goals in the business, and I think that's really important as well. But they're not just monetary goals, or they're not just how many customers that we want to target, or the industries and different things like this. Our goals as well, like I said before, the business should be a tool for your personal goals. And we set the goal about 18 months ago to say, we are going to get to a position where we've systemized the business so much and we know them customers so much and they trust us, we love them, we work very closely to all them systems, that we're going to take a full week off the business and go and sit on the beach with a cocktail. And this year we had the absolute pleasure of being able to do that in Corfu for 1 week. The staff team came and we all went over to Corfu. We flew out all together and we enjoyed 1 week of cocktails on the beach, exploring, and my first time scuba diving, which was incredible. And I can't wait to go back under to see that entire new world for me as well again. And it was spectacular. It's That's just amazing. Incredible. But you've got to set the goals in order to get there. Course. I think sometimes it's the same in business or in personal. If you think and imagine you get into a car and you think, I want to go to a destination, you put the sat-nav on or on your phone, Google Maps, you put a postcode in like I did today, and it takes me to a destination. There might be roadworks on the way, it diverts me, but I still get to that destination. I know where I'm going to. In life, if we don't set a destination, how do we know where we're trying to get to? In business, it's the same. If we don't set a destination, how do we know we're just going to get in the car and drive around aimlessly? What's the point? Yeah. So we need to think about the goals.
That's why big corporate companies have KPIs.
Exactly.
Because they have to monitor where they are where they want to be.
Yes, and regularly checking in on them KPIs as consistent as possible is going to help you get to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. So we carefully planned out when we are going to go to Corfu. So in November last year, we decided, okay, we're ready. We know that we can plan the workload, the workflow, the systems, the perfect time of year where the deadlines are very relaxed at that time of year as well. So we make sure that everything's done and ready, so we're prepared. We set the destination, we put the postcode Corfu, off we go.
Fantastic. Wow, that's incredible. Honestly, I actually never heard of company in the UK who would be able to do this, like go off for 1 week and business is still going.
Business is still going. But I think it's important as well to recognise, once you've took the superhero cape off and you put all your trust into your employees, you've built their amazing systems, the staff are running the systems, the business is running beautifully, they deserve some reward.
100%.
So a Christmas party, that's nice, it's standard. blah, blah.
And
but
also,
we want to be different.
When we're going to enjoy this life?
Yes, we've got to enjoy.
In 70s, 80s, I don't know. I'm 40 now. The older I'm getting, I appreciate more time.
Yes. And time
I'm probably
is precious.
speaking like an old man now, but honestly, I've got 2 kids. I pressure time with them. Last Sunday, I was watching my lad playing football. He scored 2 goals. I was screaming there. I was jumping. And you know what he told me on the way back? That I don't think anyone has that such a support from his dad like I have. When I scored, I could hear you screaming,
wow.
"Yes, lad!" Honestly, and that's precious to me that I can spend time with them. Like, since I've been in business, I never missed any performance of my kids. Christmas performances and dancing of my little girl. That's precious. Like time, like when we're gonna enjoy it. You know, I personally don't want to be busy fool just chasing some kind of number or something. But I agree, you have to have goals because without the goals, you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
So.
All the books, all the success stories, all the amazing people that
I don't personally think, Jenny, that there is any. I think it's all personal and tailored to your journey. I don't think if you wake up 5 o'clock, or if everyone would wake up 5 o'clock, they will become successful. Because you've got books that you need to be in 5 a.m. club, you need to do this, you need to do that, you have to eat this, you have to...
No.
I agree that, like, I train 6 days a week. I love it. I've been training since I was 14. It became my habit. I can't go without it. I think the biggest time off I had probably a week when I was really sick, like full of flu or something. But I don't think there is any blueprint for success. I think it's tailored to your journey as well. You have to find it.
Agreed. I completely.
It's not something that
agree.
you can just. I find inspiration from other people.
Yes.
But I can't live your life.
No.
You know, I can't be someone else. I can only be myself, and I have to find my own journey.
I agree. All I was going to say with the books definitely is set the goals. That's the biggest message that comes through from all of them, is do it in your own tailored way.
Yeah.
Be who you are, be true to yourself, have your good values, have your good morals, think about who you want to spend time with, prioritize that first, look after yourself first before your business completely. If you work harder on yourself, then everything else will become very natural as well to you. I think work harder comes easy, and spend some time working on your mind as well. So if you train 6 days a week, then what are we doing in the world to make sure that we've got a training gym in our mind as well? I met a lady at a business event festival I went to about a month ago down near London in Tring.
You told me about that.
And it was fantastic actually. I did love that festival, especially the unapologetic tent, because that's very me as well. I fit in very well with that. And she said it was actually, everyone might know who she is Ruby Wax. So I sat with Ruby Wax, we was having a conversation. She was on the stage very much like this. And she said, actually, what we've also got to do is train our brains. So for 2 minutes every day, what she likes to do is choose one of our 5 senses. And she said, okay, let's do it together in the room. So she said, think about only noise, just sound. Everything else, block it out. And within 15 seconds, you're thinking about the sound. What can you hear? Okay, I can hear the birds. I can hear somebody's shoes moving. But then immediately, 15 seconds, some other thoughts come into your mind. Which tent are we going next? What are we having for food? What's going to happen tonight? How are we going to travel? And she said, hang on. Don't be letting those thoughts creep in. So just reset it again very fast. Get rid of those thoughts. Just remember, focus on the sound. And she kept doing this just for 2 minutes.
Similar like meditation, focus on your breathing.
Yes, exactly. But she was very adamant, just for 2 minutes is long enough to remove all the other clutter in your brain, all the other noise in your brain, and just focus on that one thing. Calm down. And that is gym in your brain. Like you go and you lift weights, but why are we not exercising our brain in the same way? So research has said that she's had a look at as well, is that actually the brain activity by doing that increases our intelligence and increases our way of thinking, increases our mindset to the world, makes our perspective slightly different and better again. So we see things more beautiful.
I've been watching Joe Dispenza. I don't know if you ever heard of him. No, watch it. Find him on YouTube. He talks about the mind, how it's all connected basically to things that are happening to you. He's done a lot of research, and he's talking about our daily habits. Like we wake up, we have the same cup of coffee. We usually start with the same thoughts, what happened yesterday, all the problems that we've got, and we just follow the same pattern. And if we do, most likely the whole day will be the same. He's even saying, like, brush your teeth with the other hand. Instead of coffee, have a cup of tea. Sit in a different place than you usually sit. Start meditating. Clear your head before you start the day. Just different things, how to break that same routine, same pattern. Because in most cases, we just follow the same thoughts that were happening. It's very interesting, honestly. Find it and watch at least one or two of his videos, and you will be impressed how much he talks about how mind works, actually.
I agree. I definitely think that we don't think enough about how we think.
Yeah.
We plan our day, we put a goal in business, we put a goal for personal desires, but do we really plan about what we think about? Do we plan what it is that we're going to think for the day? So maybe 4 years ago, I think I started thinking about what I want to think about.
Okay.
So 4 years ago, I stopped watching the news as well completely. So because it's all negative.
Not interested
in all the bad things in the world, because there's so many beautiful things in the world. And I started putting in quite a good morning routine. So, and people think, the first thing I hear is, I haven't got enough time to do this. Well, actually, turn shitty Netflix off the night before, go to bed an hour earlier and get up an hour earlier in the morning, and you've had the same sleep. So I get up at about 6 a.m. I do 1 pint of water straight away, because that's like putting fuel into your car. Yep. You can't go in the day. You need to hydrate straight away. So I hydrate straight away. Then I do probably 15-minute quick workout in the morning. And then I listen to a podcast. So it's always something positive, energy, something for about 30 minutes. So now
set you for a day.
Set me for my day, and it makes me think about what I'm going to think about.
Definitely.
I write down 3 positive affirmations every single morning. It has to be different from the day before as well. So something positive. I am going to have a great day because I feel amazing and grateful because. So it's all about me right now, right here. And then I stand in the mirror, my favourite section of the morning routine. I do a superhero pose. I stand in the mirror and I say 3 things about why I love myself. Because actually then you think, that's over nearly 1,000 times a year I tell myself why I'm loving myself over, I love my hair today, or I love my jacket that I'm wearing today. But something really positive right now, right here, that I love myself because then I'm planning how I think. I'm putting all the positive things in the first hour of my day. By 7 a.m, I'm full to the top of positive everything. And when you confirm it with such passion in that mirror to say how much you love yourself as well, then you're going to be the best version of yourself for everybody else that you're going to come into contact with in that day, and how you can help them even more with more energy and more excitement, and change their path as well, maybe make an impact and a positive impact on their day as well. So I think that's so beautiful.
That's why you're always positive when I meet you. Always laughing, always smiling. No, I think it's very important to say to yourself for the day, I don't believe that thinking positively only will help you to go through life smoothly, because we all have our own shit, excuse my
Yes.
language. We all have problems. We all come across problems in the business, personal life, everything. It's happening. It's never going to go away. Unfortunately, that is life. Life is bitch.
Life is a bitch.
and that is the truth, you know. But if you are a positive person and you try to manage, you know, to clear your thoughts, you will definitely react different way to these obstacles.
I agree, and there's always going to be obstacles in life completely, and there's always going to be something bad that creeps into your mind actually as well. And I do believe that we all have a dark side as well. I read a great book that was recommended by one of my coaches. The book is Existential Kink. It's not quite what it sounds. It's not all sex or anything like that. It's really about the dark side of you. It's about accepting that dark side. It's about accepting that life can be a bitch. It's about accepting that obstacles will come in life. And if you accept how you are as a person, because every person is individual, as we know, every person is unique and got their own way of thinking. But if we come to accept that we might have a bit of a temper, or we come to accept that it's a funny one, like my niece, she always laughs if somebody falls over. She just is hysterical laughing, but that's her little dark side as well. But why should she cover it up? It doesn't mean she wants them in pain. It doesn't mean she wants them to really truly get hurt, but her dark side just laughs at that occasion. When we watch funny videos on telly, we laugh at it because somebody fell over something. We all laugh at it, but in real life she laughs too. But I think it's about accepting who we are as a person, and actually once you're getting more in control of who you are as a person, then life is very different as well. Then it can be more joyful, it can be more happy, because instead of covering up what you're not meant to fucking say, you just say it, because that's who you are as a person. That's okay. It's like,
100%.
it's who you are.
I believe the life is also a journey to find yourself. Once you find your thing, like this is my thing. I always wanted to talk about loyalty. Why? I don't know. It's something in me that is telling me that this is my own way. I work with investors, so I have to be a reliable person, someone they can trust, someone they can put their money in my hands, so I can invest it for them in real estate, for example, because that's what we do. I always been passionate about it, and it works for me. It works. It brings me repeated business. It opened the doors that I never thought I would be able to go into. And I do believe there is more for me. And I will be working with bigger and bigger investors. And I will be looking after their investments. And that's what I want to do. Because I do believe I'm the most loyal motherfucker in any room I go. And that's it. That's me. You know, I found my thing.
I love
and
that.
I want to focus on it.
I love that.
So,
I really love that. And when you get this passionate about it, you should shout about it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, in 40s, I found my thing and I want to work on it and make it to the best possible perfection, mastery of it. And it's going to take me, you know, I don't know, another 10, 20 years. You know, you always can be better. There is never, I don't think there is ever a time when you say, right, I just made it now.
No.
And what are you going to do then? Put
It
up your
changes.
feet and stop, you know.
Never.
You can always read more books. You know, I love reading books, as you can tell.
Yeah.
They changed my mindset. They took me from corporate world to the business, and I'll do everything to stay in the business. I love to work on myself. I think that's important. That's what many people should do. Start from yourself.
What is the favourite book that you've got that's helped you change your mindset the most?
I think it started with basic. It's not basic. Brian Tracy is one of the biggest motivator in the world, but I started with motivational books.
Yes.
Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Dale Carnegie. Back in days, I read Napoleon Hill, but then I started reading things that I really liked. For example, I've got lots of books about body language. I've got lots of books about psychology. My favorite author is definitely Robert Greene. He wrote the book 48 Laws of Power. I don't know if you heard
Not
of
read,
that.
no.
Yeah, he wrote a book called Mastery.
Okay.
Very interesting style of writing. He always uses the example from history, and then he elaborates on it.
Okay.
Different type of laws. For example, one of them is don't conceal your intentions.
I completely agree.
There are times when you actually have to hide things and not people know, what you actually going to do, because how many people? This is an interesting question, and I want you to be honest. How many people do you think you can count who genuinely want you to be successful and want you to do well in your circle? Genuinely, like they want you to see grow, be wealthy, be happy all the time.
It's probably only a handful, really,
That's
you
usual
think
answer.
that's the true. Yeah,
That's the truth.
that's the truth. Yeah, that is the truth. So
we have JV partners, we have people in business, but in the end of the day, in most cases, it's just business.
It's just business.
It's not emotional. It's not, personal.
However,
Unfortunately, that's how it is.
True, but they do cross over a lot. However, the question, as blunt as that question was, is still going to be a handful. Only a handful. But I think, though, in business, that emotions definitely cross over. I had a business meeting yesterday. I took a client out for lunch yesterday. It was a beautiful catch-up. 5% we spoke business, 95% we spoke personal.
That's brilliant.
And so that crossover, that massive...
I think you just have to focus on surrounding yourself with more of these kind of people.
Yes, I definitely agree. I've got to mention as well at this point the book called The Peaceful Warrior.
Never heard that.
It's one of the best books I've ever read, actually, and it really made me see things a very different way in life and made me think, is an issue an actual issue? Is it really an issue? Is it really a problem? Or actually, is it just the way that you think about it? If you change the way you think about it, it's actually no problem whatsoever. So, but the book is very spiritual. It's a really all about the mind, completely psychology book.
Yeah.
But how beautiful it's been written as well. And it's a journey, it's a story. There is a sequel to that book that I've read as well.
Is it the author's journey?
Is it the author's journey? I guess, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Some fiction, some facts in there as well. But it's, again, about the body, about the mind, how they're connected, the different ways that it can work together, how you see things in life.
I'll definitely buy it.
Honestly, it's truly remarkable. The way it changed a lot for me, actually. It gave me a little bit of peace, actually, about different things that have happened in life that I've never been able to let go of. And actually, that book let me see it completely different perspective. And I thought, oh my God, why didn't I think like this?
That's why I love books, because you read someone's thoughts.
Yes.
Someone who was thinking on different level than you put these words down, and you can read it. Like, the reason why I'm in the business now, it's through the books, and I didn't even know I'm going to end up in real estate, to be honest with you. But the more books I was reading, there was always someone mentioning real estate. They always been involved somehow in real estate, investing, having a portfolio. And I was more and more curious. Then I bought some books about real estate in the UK, buy-to-lets, HMOs, all these strategies, and I wanted to know more. And I ended up selling houses, and that was through the books, because it changed my mindset completely. That actually, I read so many successful stories that I said to myself, listen, if these people could make it, I'm in a better position than them. I've never been on the street. I'm blessed to come from loving family. We're not being the richest family in the block. However, we always had food on the table. We never had the best car. in the blog, but we always have everything, and support from my family. And I'm thinking myself, like, I can do this. All you need to do is put some work in, get the information that you need to know, and meet with the right people.
I couldn't agree more. I really couldn't agree more.
At Rainbow Northwest, we make real estate effortless. Whether you're looking to sell on the market, off market through our exclusive investor database, or via auction, we've got you covered. Plus, we offer top-notch property and project management, including refurbishment for investors. We can help you to build your own portfolio. Let us help you on your real estate journey. Rainbow Northwest, your trusted real estate business partner. Are you a big fan of collaboration? Because I am.
Massive. So, and we've got quite a good few business partners that we work with on different levels for different things, definitely. But I'd love to also tell the audience the second business as well that we're involved in, that we bought after reading books, because everything that you've just said, and we'll let's circle back round on partner collaboration. After reading books and doing exactly what you've just said, because I can't even stress how important it is. You never learn everything. Keep reading, keep learning, keep watching podcasts, keep listening to audiobooks, keep learning, because there's so much out there to learn. So I read some books and did some more research. I studied for 6 months, about 3 years ago. Then I told the universe, okay, I've done all this study. I'm ready for the second business now. I want to buy another business. I want to buy it. And the next day, a business owner rang me and said, I believe you're looking for another business. And I was like, oh my God.
How did you know?
Oh my God. And because you
mentioned that.
I told a friend of a friend, and they've told a friend, and then it's got back to him. But because I was so passionate about what I was doing and what I was learning, I was telling people to almost, I suppose, like keep myself accountable, that this is what I'm doing, this is my mission right now, this is my goal right now. So within 12 months, I want to buy another business. This is what I want to do. But I want a community business. I want something that I can help more people with. That was my mission. So when the guy rang me and said, I believe you're looking for another business, and I said, I am. What's the business? And he said, it's on your doorstep. It's a community children's indoor soft play. And I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. Okay, let's meet. So we met 2 days later and we did a handshake on everything. I bought the business for free, by the way, as well. So that is an incredible story as well. And
so you used some finance for it? Or?
No finance, zero finance. I bought it for free because I'd studied for 6 months to learn how to do this, how to learn this strategy.
Right, you're gonna teach me this, okay? Please,
yes.
I'll pay you. I'll pay you
for all that knowledge. Yeah, that's in there now. So. And it was amazing. It worked. It was incredible. He signed everything over to me, and I didn't pass 1 penny over to him on day one, not 1 penny. So it was incredible. And now we are 2.5 years in this business. It's very successful. We work with lots of charities. We partner with lots of charities. We work with the SEN community. We help so many families. We've changed some more lives. And that's always my mission, is to change them lives, change people's vision, change people's way of thinking. I put books in that I think that people want to read, and I support and promote to say, come on, everything's in your mind. If there's a problem, there's a book for it, or I can sit and have a conversation. We put support staff in so that when the community comes in and customers come in, the staff there that will go and chat with them to find out, are you okay? Do you need some help? Do you need any support? I can see the children are playing, or the mum might need some help or something, or the child might need some help. So we've created something magic.
That's incredible.
Amazing. Anything is possible.
I've
you said,
so much
anything
respect
is possible.
for this, Jenny. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, so much respect, for doing this and, living your life like an example. You never know who's watching. There are people out there who are struggling. They want to be in your position, someone else's position. We've been there. Like you said, you didn't start with money. No. There were times where you were struggling in a business to even pay the bills. There was
Yeah.
not much left in your bank account after paying everything. And look where you are now. And would you not say it's consistency? You know,
I think
keep going, and
consistency with passion.
with passion.
You've got to have a reason.
Passion
You've got
for
to
what you do.
why. If you ask somebody, why are you doing what you're doing, and they say to make money, but why? So I like to go seven why deep, and then I get the true answer. So anybody, this will work with anybody. You can ask yourself in the mirror as well, why am I doing what am I doing? If you're in employment, why are you in that employment? Why are you following this path? There might be a really good reason why you're in that, and it might be to progress something else. It might be to support the family. It might be a bigger reason, a bigger purpose in the universe, really, as well. There's always a big why. If you can't find the why, then maybe the path that you're on isn't perfect for you. You need to change course. The sat-nav postcode isn't quite right. So maybe we need to change a couple of digits on the postcode to just realign ourselves and think a little differently. Pick up a couple of books, watch some podcasts, think a little differently. Allow the brain to change slightly, to realign yourself, and then ask why again. Now go 7. Why? And then you get
That's
the true reason, the true answer. So Jim Rohn, who is, I love Jim Rohn.
Yep.
I think he's incredible. And this is one of his theories.
I like the way he speaks.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. So
it's like he's speaking very interesting things and high level, but it's like he would be taking the piss out of the people. You know, it's like
he's brilliant.
He's brilliant.
But if you're not sure why you're on the path, or you're struggling in life, or you're in employment, or you're in a business, or you've got a business, and there's something that doesn't quite feel right, just stand in the mirror, ask why, and give one answer. Maybe you have to think for a few minutes. Ask why again. Why that answer? Okay, now we dig a little deeper, and then wait a minute and ask again 7 times. Ask why.
Many people struggle to make a change. That's the problem, I think, because they're scared that they won't make it. They don't believe in themselves.
I agree.
And every change, again, talking from my own experience, every change for me was good. Whether that was the change to go from employment to self-employment, or changing a location, left Slovakia one day, left everything there, whole my family, just came with my girlfriend, and we settled down here, and we've got family, we've got 2 dogs, 2 kids, one buy-to-let, this house, and I'm doing my own things. Where am I going to end up? I don't know yet. Most likely Mediterranean. I want to live in hot country. I love hot country. I love seafood. I was born in August. I'm Leo. Love sunshine. I think that will be my destination. Maybe not final, but anything is possible if you're willing to work for it.
What's interesting though is where you might end up, and that's absolutely beautiful because I'm on board with the same strategies for me as well, definitely. But for me, it's how you climb a mountain and you can see the destination of where you're going. That's beautiful. But who do you want to be on that journey as well? Who is it that you want to be seen as? Who do you want to come across as to your children, to your wife, to your family, your friends, your business partners? Who do you want to be seen as? And also we plan where we want to live or something like this, but do we plan who we want to be? Who inside we want to be? We spoke before about, we've got a dark side and things like that. That's, I think, everyone. But also the good side, or the value side of who it is that we truly are to ourselves as well. Do we plan? Do we think about, is there something else I want to change about my values, my morals, the person that I am? Is there something that I'd like to change, tweak a little bit? So I know the destination is going to be hot and sunny. I agree. I am also there.
Same.
Yeah, definitely. And I have goals along the way that's going to help me to get to that destination as well. But I also have goals and thoughts and plan to think about this 1 year. This is what I want to change about myself. So then it's not so scary. It's not a huge thing. It's small things that can change over time, that I know that now. A few years ago, one of my big goals was to think before I talk, actually, because I'm fast at talking. Sometimes I can say the wrong thing, and sometimes I can get in quite a lot of trouble by saying the wrong things as well. So a few years ago, it was a massive goal for me to sit and think, how do I change that so that I become a slightly different person? I come across as much more empathic and understanding for people, because I am understanding.
As
I
close
love
as
people.
possible to best version of yourself.
Yes, exactly. So, and it takes time. That takes time as well to change those things. But to plan that, or even to think about changing that, is something that I wish and I promote and try and inspire more people to think about.
You know what's the most important? That you are aware of it.
Yes.
And then you can change it, because some people are not aware of it. They don't admit it, that actually, no, I'm not a cocky person, you know, and they are. They just not aware of it. That awareness is important, you know, to actually admit that, okay, I can be better in this, you know, I can react a little bit different way than I reacted at the moment, you know, and things like this. And then you seek change, and change will happen. You know what's funny? Like, I always been, when I said something in my mind, I was talking about it. So 2016, I was still in recruitment, walking on the shop floor in safety boots and high-vis vest. As a manager, decent job, but I was already talking about the property, because I already started reading these books about the strategies, and I thought, like, deal making, deal sourcing, this is what I want to do. And I was talking to other people, to my colleagues, and had it in my mind. And in 2 years' time, I left, and that's what I started to do. So, like, I was talking about business acquisitions. That's what I want to learn now. I found a mentor. I found a guy who's been doing it for a while. I just started working with him. But I'm very, very interested, you know, how to find these, not necessarily distressed businesses, but business of someone who wants to offload it, who wants to move in their life, you know, how to get these businesses, potentially how to improve them, potentially how to sell them with the profit in the future. You know, I'm very interested about that, honestly.
We're on the same path.
Enough, you know, you mentioned that as well. Is that coincidence? I don't think it is. You know, it's you attract what you think about all the time.
Very, very much. So business partnerships, definitely on the table for sure. And I think business acquisitions. And I've done so much studying on this side now as well. And really, if you think about what you've just said, where do you find them? It's likely if they're a limited company, which is what we're going to go after, definitely. That's what we go after. We've got another deal set up for tomorrow, actually, so to buy another one. And if you think about where they come from, they all have accountants. It's very likely they all have accountants. Yep. And we luckily to have an accountancy business, of course, so we speak to quite a lot of accountants. And if they're distressed, which is also, it's a choice then whether you go down that path route, or not.
Yeah.
It's likely the accountant will start speaking to liquidators as well. So we have a lot of liquidator partners as well in our circle of
giving you
businesses.
Shout when there is a right
Correct,
opportunity.
Exactly.
You got to know right people, you know.
It's all about the people, you know. So we're
shaking them hands.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So, and a good handshake means a lot of so much more than
once
anything.
You do business with them, there will be repeated business and repeated business. You pay them for referral, whatever, you know, and they will come back with bigger and bigger deals.
Exactly. The bigger the better. The bigger the better, definitely. So the last business that we bought was a turnover of 350,000. And remember, I didn't buy it for anything. So the bigger, even bigger than this, I'm looking 500,000 to a million, 2 million now, really.
Turnover.
It's easier. It's much easier. My experience now, it's much easier. Yeah. So the bigger the better. The easier to fund, the easier to buy for nothing, the easier to look at the practices, the systems that are in place, the level of staffing that's in place is already there. I don't want to buy a job.
Of course.
So
that's what I was thinking, because I've spoken to a couple of people and they said to me, listen, you have to be careful because you can buy yourself a job.
Yes.
That's the last thing
careful.
I want, to be a busy fool, run around and being there for 10 hours. I might as well take a job.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So,
it's
so
simple as that.
Yeah. There's a checklist. So we've built, obviously, after all that studying and going through the first acquisition, we've built...
How much you charge? Can I be the first student, please?
And it works. It's really brilliant, actually, I've got to say. So now people have started coming to approach me directly.
I'm
as
so
well.
interested about this because it's very similar. Then I've negotiated many deals in real estate with vendors, some bigger deals as well, full portfolios worth 3-4 million, big block of flats worth between 1 and 3 million. So I think the process is very similar. It's just a different thing. This is a business and this is a piece of real estate, but you still have to deal with people. You still have to negotiate. You have to build that relationship with that person who you're talking to, and then the conversation is easier and easier if you... I'm so passionate about this because I think I can apply some of the skills that I learned in real estate in this.
Definitely, because I think any topic or any industry or any business or real estate that you want to get into, it's all about who you are as a person. It's all about how you come across, how you communicate, and that relationship that you build. That is the biggest thing.
Do you think you have to go for the business that you understand well?
No.
Because some people say yes, some people say no.
I had no idea how to run a children's indoor soft play. I've never been involved in that industry.
It's a running business.
It's running business.
It's not something that you have to build from the scratch.
No, if you understand systems, if you understand what... how to run a system, the staff run the system. If there's good systems in place, the bigger the businesses that you're buying, the likelihood is that 90% of the systems are already built. What maybe is the reason for them selling the business is either retirement as well. It's very often it's retirement. They've no family to pass it to.
Moving abroad?
There you
One
go.
of the
You
things?
took the words out of my mouth. Yes, moving abroad. They're ready to completely change.
Retire in Cyprus or
at 40 years old. Exactly. There you go. So there's many reasons as well. Or ill health as well, I've noticed as well. That's a big thing. Somebody approached us 6 weeks ago. We met with them. That was due to retirement though, so they've approached us with an accountancy practice. So we've got another meeting with them tomorrow. But it's also good not to get emotionally attached as well. This is for me a massive learning when I did the soft play.
Look at this.
So it's
business, not personal. It's on my knuckles. No emotions. It's only business.
So I think when you go and you view the business, it's really important to get to know the owner. Get to know what their values are, what their morals are, what standards have been set, what needs improvement in that business, but also to get them on side so that you speak in the same language, you speak in the same thought process of actually they've got a passion for this business. They want to see the same passion from you. They want to see that this business is going to go to somebody that's going to love it, that's going to inject all that goodness into that business and not rip it apart.
Spent 20 years to build it. They don't want to let it die.
No. So it's very important.
And I'm very interested in it, 100%. I want to learn it because it's something that excites me.
Yeah,
even more than real estate, to be honest with you, which is weird. I don't know why.
It's different.
It's business.
Yeah, it's business.
I always been passionate about the business. As I said, I didn't know I will end up in real estate. I love it. I will still invest in real estate, but I do believe you need to have something that will bring you money and then park it in real estate, which
Perfect.
appreciates. You know,
Perfect.
that's the perfect scenario. It's not easy to get there, but it's doable.
And with some of our current clients as well that have got businesses, when they have an excess amount of cash in the business, we go straight into property. So we urge them to go straight into property as well, because it's smart. It's a smart choice.
Yeah.
You make the money work for you, and then you
Especially
earn
you can build
more
those
money.
assets under limited companies.
Exactly,
You know,
the
the
only
business has
way.
assets.
Yes.
They appreciate in.
And now you look at all the tax rules of how you can loophole everything as well,
Yep.
which is massive.
No capital gain tax, only corporation tax. Is that
Corporation
correct?
tax. Yep,
Yep.
correct. Yeah. And there's 100 different
Hundreds of
rules.
different
Yeah. so
I
many.
think we need to be a little bit closer. I need to come round for a coffee from time to time, every other week, because there is a lot I can learn from you, honestly. It's so inspirational that, I'm so glad you're doing well. You deserve it. Thinking about leaving UK for the better lifestyle? Picture yourself in Cyprus. Sunshine, sea views, and slower pace of life will help you to find your dream home on this beautiful island.
Question. So apart from the business acquisitions as well that you want to get into, what's the next goal for you and your business at the moment?
For myself?
Yeah.
Interesting question. I think for me is to learn business. I see myself as a business person, someone who owns maybe even several businesses, being the leader. That's what I always enjoy to be. Set example of how to treat people. I always treated people with respect. When I was in recruitment and I was building my career, to me, general manager of big company, if he was asshole, he was just asshole, and he will stay asshole in my head forever. The cleaner, someone who was walking on the shop floor doing the great work, she was the nicest person. I still remember her. Actually, she was from Hungary. I still remember that lady.
Nice.
I give her so much respect, and I always greeted her from 2 kilometers when I saw her. People like this, nice people with big heart, have so much respect from me. And I think, business is something that I'm passionate about. I want to learn deeply about the business. I want to learn about, how it runs, the numbers. I'm not that I'm not great with numbers, but it's not something that I enjoy. I don't enjoy to be on Excel sheet and watch the numbers. I'm people person.
Agreed.
I like to be out,
yeah,
shake hands, build relationships. That's where my strength is. That's where I feel I'm strong. Send me to the grumpiest person, millionaire in the world, and I guarantee you I will have Sunday roast with them. So that's where my strength is,
Yeah.
and I just want to focus on that. And I do believe there are people who will look after numbers.
Yeah. Of course.
For certain
Of course.
fees, or if the business allow it, you can again delegate that part of the business for someone who's actually better in
Always pay somebody that's going to do the job better than you're going to do the
100%.
job, and stay with your strengths and your success side of that to grow the business in that way. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm sat here and not in my office.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Because my team are so much better than me.
The answer to the question is, I want to learn about this business acquisition, and I want to become a great businessman.
Okay.
To be example to my kids as well, that actually, my dad came with £400 in a pocket, couldn't speak English, and look where he is now.
Amazing.
Just be an example for my kids, and it's not necessarily all about some kind of number that I'm going for. Mm-hmm. It's about who I'm going to become on that journey.
Much nicer. Beautiful. It's beautiful.
That's the way I see it. I just want to be, like you said, the best version of myself.
Yeah, definitely.
Do business with people that I like.
Yes.
Say no to those that I don't want to work with.
All the time.
Yeah.
Important.
I was thinking about a couple people actually for this podcast, and then I said to myself, do I really like that person? I said, no. Do I want to sit next to that person and have a 1.5 hour conversation? I know it's just podcast. There are people out there who could probably get me a lot of views if I manage to get them here, but I don't want them here.
Yeah.
Because they're not people that I personally like. They've never been, some of them are bullshitters, some of them, they're not the inspiration to me.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that is really
every
important.
person I invited here so far is someone that resonated in me and taught me something. Because I listen to people, what they say, trying to learn from the others. Again, we can't copy. We can't be someone else version. You can only be yourself, but you can learn a lot from the others.
Even if it's small nuggets of information.
You can learn something from everybody.
I agree. I completely agree. It's funny what you said about the cleaner as well. I heard a story that the Prime Minister or something, or I'm not good at remembering exact names, but maybe it was the President of America. Yeah, I think it was at the time. And anyway, he went to NASA. He was going to NASA and he was looking round and he was looking at all the equipment and things, and they was doing a tour and everything, and the guy was taking him round. He saw the security guy and he said, "Hiya, you okay?" And he saw the cleaning lady in the corridor and he went over to her and she was quite stunned and shaken. And he said, "Hello, are you okay? Is everything well? Are you happy?" "Yeah, brilliant, brilliant." And he said, "Can I just ask what you're doing?" And she looked at him, and I suppose everyone was expecting the same answer, but her answer was actually, "We're getting ready to go to the moon." It wasn't that she was cleaning the corridors. Everyone in that business has the same mission, has the same purpose of what everyone's doing. She's cleaning the corridors so it's safe to walk, it's clean to walk, for the people to walk, so that they can continue building the spaceship that needs to go into space. So her answer was, "We're getting ready to go to the moon."
The final goal.
The final goal. So think about that as well in business. Is your business aligned and treating everyone with the same respect and the same goodness from that heart? We need a cleaner, but we also need the security guy, but we also need the guy that goes in the spaceship.
Someone needs to do it, and there are people out there who would do it 100 times better than myself, unfortunately.
We're all human,
I'm
though, as well.
left-handed when it comes to DIY at home. If something breaks in my house, I have to pay for someone to come in and do it.
Yeah.
I can't do any plumbing. I can't do, I've done 150 refurbs, if not more, but I can't do shit in my house. I have to pay for everything. Seriously, even little things like, I don't know, broken cupboard or something like that. Oh my
God, Matt.
It's mad. It's mad. But look, I'm better in something else.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And that's the story. That's the story. We've all got a mission.
I don't know who said that, but it's very powerful as well. When you have a business meeting, I think it was kind of like a business meeting, and I think it was kind of millionaire or someone, some wealthy guy said, if you see that someone in your company is treating waiter wrong way, they treat them like shit, never trust that person. Because if you're going to be in that position, they will treat you the same.
I've read the same thing. That'll be the same book that we've
powerful.
read. It is very powerful.
I've seen it many, many times, like in corporate world, for example, when I was warehouse operative and I was just moving pallets, people treated me completely different than when I actually became a contract manager. But I was the same Martin.
Same person.
I never changed.
Yes.
I was treating everyone with respect because that's my core value.
Yes. So part of our recruitment
crazy.
Process is taking them to, because I read the book, part of our recruitment process is always we interview at a restaurant. Because I like to see how do they treat the staff.
The staff, wow.
So if they treat them like shit, I've had 2 interviews where they treated the staff like shit.
Really?
And I said, "You're not hired. There's no chance." And they said, "Why?" And I said, "Because how you treated that person. If you treat the member of staff in here that's coming and serving your food and taking your cups away and being there for you, you can treat them so badly as a human being. Why the hell should I hire you and put you in front of all our clients? Why the hell?" And that book, the same book. Yeah.
Cool.
Build the systems.
Build the systems.
Build the systems. It's
Brilliant.
always a good answer. Build the systems.
I've got something for you. I mentioned to you before. It's actually in my book as well. It's called One Penny Club. And One Penny Club is virtual or imaginary club of cheap fuckers. By cheap, I mean it doesn't matter how much money they have in their account. By cheap, I mean core values. They have no core values. They have no morals. They're willing to steal money from you and look in the mirror in the morning. It's okay for them. It's not okay in my world, you know.
Yeah, agreed.
And these people deserve to be in a one penny club. So I've got someone I want to put in today, and I'll let you do the same if you wish.
Okay.
So we've got nice rat in there logo, yeah, because that's what they deserve.
That's what they are.
That's who they are, just rats. And there are many people you meet along the way on your journey, and they could be so impactful in a good way, but they are on the other side. So, for example, there was a principal and head teacher in my primary school who was always putting me down. He always had some issues with me when I changed my hairstyle, when I had different t-shirt. He was always commenting, we've got no uniforms in Slovakia, so you just dressed how you dressed, how your parents would dress you, and always had some issues with me. But I still remember that he was always telling me that I'll be nobody, I will be just failure in a life, and I'm 100% positive. And this is not about money, this is about a personal achievement. I'm definitely more successful than most of my class, 100%. Not necessarily with some kind of number of the money that I achieved, but with who I became on the journey. So for this, Mr. Tony, who always been telling me that I'll be nobody, welcome to my one penny club.
I love that. I love that.
You want to
so nice.
put someone in? Have you got someone?
Okay, then. This is a...
There is your one penny.
Thank you. Okay. So...
It can be anything. It can be someone who owes you money, someone who stabbed you in the back, because they wanted your position, anything. No morals. That's who they are.
Okay, so really the biggest person that comes to mind with no morals is probably my ex, I would probably say, unfortunately.
Okay. I didn't expect that. Okay, let's go into details then.
When I spoke before about quitting my job and opening Aspire and things like that, when I quit the job because I was in a good position, I got a very big payout as well. So at the time I was with this guy and he decided, oh, you've got all this money, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to live on your money and take all your money and not really care about it. But I think worse than that, because again, money's just money. Money's just money. I'm not so bothered about the money. But it's the morals behind everything, about thinking that somebody can just walk all over you in life and use you as a doormat, or think of you as in such a bad light and in such a bad way that you've got... They think that you've got no values, or they think that they can crush you in so many different ways. And actually, it is quite soul destroying, that as well. It's quite difficult, I think. I paid for holidays, or I'd make sure there's food and make sure there's this and make sure there's that. And actually, all that extra pressure as well of thinking, well, this money's going to run out, and I've got to make sure that I do something in my life so that I'm not going to run out as well, or think like this. And actually, it made me feel really, really bad and really down and really depressed and upset for quite a long time, until I kicked him out, actually, which was a great moment for me. So maybe it taught me some things as well along the way. And every change is good. So, I always think, well, the grass might be green on the other side, actually. So, Sean, this is for you because you're a fucker. So, yeah, thank you.
Welcome to One Penny Club, Sean.
Welcome to that One Penny Club, yeah.
Love it. What a feeling. It's
quite good, that, actually.
It's quite good.
I quite
Honestly,
like
that's
that.
why I did it, because every time I do it, I just feel that something drops from my shoulders. Like I had to put these people out there, not necessarily saying their full name, but they know who they are. There's very little chance they will watch this. Most likely not, because they're not
in this world, are they? They're in the mindset, good world.
Who watch podcasts, but it's good that, they are where they belong, in the world of misery and...
Yes. Stay in
disrespect,
that pot.
Stay in that pot.
I love that.
Jenny, it was absolute pressure. I'm going to ask you the question I ask every single one guest, because, as you know, loyalty is something that I've been working on my whole life. Is loyalty important to you?
Number one, has to be. Yes, definitely. Loyalty means everything, because that's how you build good relationships, to be true to that person and also to be true to yourself, I think, as well. Have loyalty to yourself. Be loyal to who you are. So part of the ritual that I go through every morning in the mirror as well, to tell myself 3 good things, that is loyalty to myself as well. That is being loyal to who I am, who I trust, who I believe that should give out all this good in the world and can go and help people. Because if I'm loyal to myself, then I believe that I can give loyalty to others and people can give loyalty to me as well. Yeah. So loyalty is massive. It's a huge part of who I am.
Love it. Loyalty has different names. It's transparency.
Yes.
It's being trustworthy. It's, credibility. It's all that. It's shaking a hand and do what you said you would do. Yeah. And that's it. Keep your word.
Keep your word.
One of the basic things that many people, can't even do. And I'm thinking myself, like, why would you promise that if you know you can't do it?
Have integrity.
This is what pisses me off the most about them people, that they would promise you world knowing that they're nowhere near able to do that. So
I agree. I think, though, to put it on a more positive side of things is when we speak about the loyalty and why do you promise me to do something when you don't fucking do it? But when my promise is my promise, that's my bond. That's my loyalty to you. I hope that I get the same back.
But if they won't?
I can't expect that. So if I get it, it's a bonus. Yeah. If I have a lower expectation, then anything more is fantastic. Then I feel even more excited and happy about receiving it back. But if I go in with a really high expectation and that changes slightly and drops, then I feel pretty pissed off or pretty crushed and pretty upset. So actually what I can control is me. So if I change my expectation of that loyalty from any person in the world, then actually the result will always be positive.
That's brilliant. Would you agree that sometimes you just have to cut some people off your life?
I think, they've either, I think of it as a tree. And autumn, we're in autumn, okay? So another like nice motto that lives in my brain as well, that I've read probably in a book, is a tree. So people can come and go in your life. Now, you've got to choose whether they are rooted inside you as part of that tree, if they're some very close connection and you're going to bond with them forever. It could be a business partnership, it could be a personal partnership, a husband and wife situation, or it could be sister and brother or sister and sister, that very close relationship. Then I think they're labelled in my life as them a part of the roots. And then you get the branches and the leaves of the tree. And in autumn, the leaves fall off. And sometimes in life, them friends or them people that you need to allow autumn season to take over, because if they're not serving any purpose and it's a one-way relationship, which often can happen as well, let the leaf fall off and blow beautifully away from that tree. The branches can still be there, but sometimes that branch can break as well, and it can hurt a little more than the leaf falling off the tree.
But in the spring, there will be new leaves.
But in the spring, exactly. There you go.
That is flowers.
That is the point of the story, that things change, and it's okay that it changes. If the leaf isn't serving you properly in autumn, let it go and wait for the spring to come, because it will come. It will come round, and always new leaves are beautiful.
I think this is one of the most inspirational podcasts that I've done so far. There will be many nuggets that people can take away. I'm sure there is someone out there who is watching, who is hungry for information. And, I just hope that some of these things will resonate with some people and they will have positive impact. So thank you for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. It's always great to be, a side of positive person and learn from you as well. So you are inspirational to me. And, sometimes we don't even think this way, but you make impact. Like after we had a conversation when we met on Dan's networking event, I was thinking a lot. I was thinking like, okay, why am I working inside of my business? I need to work on the business.
Yes.
What can I do to do this? And just a little conversation changed my way of thinking and perspective. You never know who you make an impact on. So keep being yourself.
And you, because you're amazing as well.
Make impact on the others, and thank you for helping others.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been a pleasure. I've loved every moment. And tune in for the next one as well, because they're absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
At Rainbow Northwest, we make real estate effortless. Whether you're looking to sell on the market, off market through our exclusive investor database, or via auction, we've got you covered. Plus, we offer top-notch property and project management, including refurbishment for investors. We can help you to build your own portfolio. Let us help you on your real estate journey. Rainbow Northwest, your trusted real estate business partner.